live. 5-5. I didn't hit the button live. So
Here in Texas, we
hey,
call that "bless your heart."
this listen. After Hobby Hotline, I mean,
Oh, see, we were like 20 minutes or no, 10 minutes before the show, we start cracking up. And he's like, okay, get serious, get serious, get serious. We're going to go. And so, yeah. And right as we're like, we start talking at 7 o'clock. And
hey,
we're in this
yeah.
we're in this full blown conversation, okay? And at 7:04, Herman goes, "Hey, guess what? We're not live." So we started talking for 4 minutes, and then we start laughing. So we can't. Oh my gosh, I can't stop laughing.
Well,
Bless your
5-5
heart.
said, hope you rip a good one.
Yeah, I always rip a good one. That's my wife, man.
That's kind of what we were talking about is the fact that that as far as retail, like everything around here and everything around Brad is wiped out. Nothing. No,
Yeah,
not even the older stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years.
yeah. Allen and Ginter, Gallery, hockey. I mean, everything's gone. I went to my other Walmart, the one that's closest to me, yesterday, day before, and it had three racing boxes, one from 2019, and the other two from 2020. And near as I can figure, somebody picked them up, um, weighed them, and then brought them back and returned them, which they shouldn't be able to return those products, but they mysteriously. So I didn't buy them. I was like, no. And plus, the last ones that I got, I couldn't get face value for, so
Right.
I just left them.
To me, that's something that you talk about NASCAR. That's
Yeah.
something that it always seemed to me like it's a great product if you're a true NASCAR fan, and because everybody in there is a star basically.
Mhm.
It's like you pulled a Earnhardt Jr. or you pulled a Kyle Petty, or you pulled Jeff Gordon or Tony Stewart, or you've heard of every one of them. They're always every one of them stars.
Yeah.
So, but there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anybody can go to the store and buy a pack and pull any of those people. So
Yeah.
it's like you said, there's no real value as far as resale on any of them, unless you pull like an auto. Now,
Well, there's
back
value out of them.
back in the late '90s, I was buying some NASCAR cards, and I pulled a Benny Pearson autograph,
Mm-hmm.
and which I still have, and I probably won't ever sell it, because I've always been a NASCAR fan. I hadn't watched as much the past few years, but I just I didn't see the point I didn't see enough value in it to make me want to sell it.
No, and I wish that you buy stuff, you sell it, you buy stuff, you try, and you trial and error. So the last,
So
um,
uh,
yeah,
Foul Five says we're 6 months behind him.
yeah. So we don't. Do you know where he's from? Where are you from, Val Five? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I mean,
This is 2020 top series one for me.
yeah. Oh no. See, I'm still finding honey holes here every once in a while, but it's not a lot. Like the only football I found was the Prestige, and I got one pack left of that. I was going to rip it, but Ventura? Yeah, okay. Okay, Ventura, California. That makes sense. That area's been dry for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, I, uh, I haven't been. I found even the score football was gone, which I was shocked at. Like, so there's no score, there's no football whatsoever. And I was sitting on, and I just started telling this story when you told me that. So if I laugh, it's because of this. Don't get me started. So I was watching Facebook, one of our feeds today, and as I was reading, this guy opened up his Target bag, and he had 21 blaster boxes of Mosaic, and he just bought them, and he was selling them for $50 a piece. I'm like, okay, to the victor goes the spoils, and I guess I'm just a little upset. I'm not going to be able to get any Mosaic unless it comes on the secondary market, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get any Mosaic this year, which is okay. I mean, it's fine.
Well, I mean, it's not even hitting the shelves around here.
Mm-mm. I
And
mean,
then
maybe at the Honey Hole they'll fill it or something like that, but I'm not going to get any. So
I don't know. I
yeah.
I would have loved to open some. I opened the Donruss,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it,
That's
it kind of
fun.
it kind of gave me the itch to open some more football because I love football, and
Mm-hmm.
football is like my number one sport. But I've always just fell back on collecting baseball cards.
Yeah.
Not that I don't watch baseball, and not that I don't love baseball, but football is just football would be my number one.
I just found a Honey Hole today or yesterday while I was going through. Here's one, two, three, four, five Terry McGinnis cards. Washington Redskins wide receiver. Here's what, one, two, three Nick Chubbs, like rookie card, Nick Chubb rookie cards. Here's a Derrick Henry like rated rookie.
Why am I just hearing about this?
I just found it yesterday. Here's there's Mahomes right there,
You have it.
and then I completely forgot about it. Here's two Michael Thomas. I mean,
You pulled those yesterday?
no, it's just I found them. I had collected them last year and hid them for
Uh,
myself. Like
uh,
there's Demarcus Robinson. Here you go. You'll like this one right there. There's there's a good Atlanta Falcon guy right there.
wait, hold on. Is that? I can't say. Hold on. Is that Favre?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He didn't want to play with Glanville. Glanville said he didn't have time to baby him. Imagine that.
Kyler Murray. I mean, look. Two Gardner Minshew's. Like and this is what's tough right here. Look, I got these on the cheap last year. On the cheap.
Ezekiel Elliott. There you go.
And then there's this one, which I wish he wasn't playing for the Jaguars, but I mean, DJ Chark. I mean, I found this honey hole and I'm like, give me a break. So, a bunch of those cards are going to go up sometime. I don't know when.
Right.
I'm so far behind on putting cards online. It's not even funny.
All right. Since we're talking about putting cards online, have you looked into the eBay shipping charges that we were talking about how to cap shipping at say $3.99 or whatever?
Yeah. Actually, I just do if it's PWE. I'll do 85 cents. If it's in a bubble mailer, I'll do $4 for a single card.
Yeah,
And
but
if it's anything more than that, then they're going to pay for it. That's all.
yeah, but I mean, because I've been listing a lot of like variation. So if I listed it like 75 cent shipping,
Hmm.
PWE, but I was wanting.
Wait, hold on. What's up, Card Man Dan? Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. I want to make sure you said hey to us, so I'm gonna say hey to you. Thanks for joining.
What's up, Dan? How you doing? Good to have you. Ep5 since he don't watch football, but it's heard that those guys have nice cards. Yep.
Thanks. I went to a 2 seconds. I went to a show last year, and I don't think I got more than a couple bucks in each one of those cards, and I was just picking them up in dollar boxes, and then put them in a football area. And I haven't looked at football since last year. Go ahead.
I don't have a card shop. I don't have a card show. Rub it in. No, what was this? But with the shipping, I do like 75 cent. I do 25 cent each additional.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a way, and I know because I've bought on there, and with people that has the same pricing, 75 cent or 99 cent, 25 cent each additional, and they cap it off at like $3.50 or $3.99. Whether you buy 4 or you buy 20, shipping.
I don't know about that because you're losing money in shipping.
Huh?
You're losing money in shipping when you get that high.
Why?
Because
you can ship 20 cards for less than $4.
not in my experience, not from what I've experienced. Because everything I get it is by weight, and then once past a certain point by weight, I've shipped 10 cards at $6 before.
I haven't shipped a package out in a break yet that was over $4.50.
The last blaster box that I shipped out was almost $7.
Do you use PayPal shipping?
I'll use eBay shipping.
But I mean stuff that you don't sell on eBay or PayPal.
Yeah, like I had a couple private sales where I use eBay, where I use PayPal shipping.
Oh, okay.
But those are like 3 or 4 cars. There wasn't anything
because
major on that.
I can ship a blaster for under $5.
Well, at least I've got baseball card shows around here. And I got hobby shops around here, and I can find cards at Walmart. So la-dee-da.
That's all right. I've got stuff from your hobby shops.
You have gotten stuff from my hobby shops.
Plenty of times.
Exactly. So we did an online auction, and Herman picked this bad boy up right there. That is a nice card. I may have to ship it out to you. I got some bills to pay this week, but I may ship it out next week to you. Yeah.
Huh?
7, Dan, it's a 7 by 4 by 1 with 2 ounces is $4 shipping.
That's great. No way, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I can.
And then Herman got this for me. This bad boy right here. It's a chrome rookie Pete Alonso. Thank you, sir.
Courtesy of Eric Norton.
Hey, man, don't be giving away our freaking sweet spots. Come on, man. Don't give away my honey hole.
They got to figure out where, though.
I got to keep my honey holes, man.
Did you play blocks when you were a kid?
What?
Did you play blocks when you were a kid?
Yes.
A little hint.
Stop it.
Oh, Dan's rolling his eyes at Chrome. He don't like Chrome.
You don't like Chrome? Oh my gosh. I'm a fan of Chrome. I'm not a fan of
There you go.
this year's 2020 Chrome is a little overrated. Um, I don't, I think the secondary market got a hold of it too fast and raised the prices, similar to this to the bin baller that's out right now. I mean, it's the prices have gone crazy, so the singles have gone just absolutely insane, stupid.
Yeah, Ep5. It's 2019 Chrome update.
Yeah, flagship baseball. I love flagship baseball. But Eric Norton is the podcast godfather. Everyone knows him. Yeah. Whatever.
So, see, I think Dan, I talked to you. Are you the one that works in the car shop?
Tier one. I like tier one. I think this is tier one. I think. No, that's gold. So I haven't been able to get a hold of it in tier one, but gold I like as well because gold's got separate tiers. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Okay.
Yeah. I thought I was thinking that I would talk to. I talked to him a couple weeks ago about. I think he had just started working in a car shop.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
not only does he have one, he works in one.
Even awesome. Even awesome.
That I hadn't done that since the '90s. At least I got to do it. Yeah. The online store. Yeah, that's right. Because he works in the car shop he works in they have a mortar store and then they have an online. I think it's a separate entity. I mean, it's the same business, but he doesn't have anything to do with online, and so.
So you're doing that. So I'm gonna plug Mason's. So Mason's is the local shop that we're talking about. They've got a brick and mortar here. Um, tell me about it, Dan. He is a breaker that built a brick and mortar who got a brick and mortar so he could get more cards. But that's who we're talking about is Mason's. Pretty good place. Unfortunately, they haven't opened since COVID started. He just doesn't want to risk it. So, oh well.
I hadn't ordered from him in a while. The last thing I ordered from him was the last Chrome I got.
Yeah.
That
Don't do it. Don't speak ill. Don't do it.
I'm not. I wasn't going to.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't. So I don't do that.
Yes, you do. Oh my gosh! Don't even.
I don't do it. I don't do it to everybody. I might do it.
Okay. This is a family show. Otherwise, I'd show you how I feel about that statement.
That's not a family show. I mark it not safe for kids.
Oh. Is he doing I don't know. I have tried to do his brakes, but they're so dang expensive. He doesn't do low end stuff. He does the high end stuff. And anytime you get into like an average of 150 and above in a brake, even 70s, even jerks that do $70 a brake, those guys are just real jerks because
I've never done one that high. I don't think.
Oh, I don't think you have. You have. You've done two.
Close.
You've done two.
Have I?
You're the last one you did, and then the top's chrome.
No, the last one was 35. If you bought two spots, it was 70. The Bowman Chrome, $35 spot.
Yes, the one before that was 70. You're right.
That was the
and then the top's chrome was 70.
For 2 boxes, yes.
Yes. I'm picking on him now.
I don't. And see, it's hard to find lower end stuff that everybody's interested in. Or to find any of it cheap enough to offer it. I've told you about my structure as far as how I price it. I try to keep it as low as possible. So
I'm just giving you crap.
that's kind of what it comes out to be. And there's been times that I've taken a loss. There's been times that I've done whatever I had to do to just break even.
I'm just giving you crap. We did.
I know, and I'm good with breaking even. I don't want to go backwards. I don't feel that I should go backwards. I know everybody says, well, you're going to lose money if you want to grow, and that's fine. But it's like you're talking about with shipping. You can't just keep bleeding money, giving away shipping for one card.
Yeah, so I fixed that.
That's what you said.
I fixed that. I put in for 1 to 4 cards on Sport Lots. I put in 85-cent shipping to Sport Lots, and I'm still getting orders, and it seems to be moving fine. And I've started bleeding money, which is what I want to do. On an 18-cent card, I break even, and that's perfectly fine. If you want to buy an 18-cent card, I'll have a problem with it. But one, anyway. Tax. That's beating a dead horse. So I got my tax bill today. I won't show all of it. Woo! All right, we'll do this.
Tax bill.
Yeah. See, I'm a business.
You're paying quarterly.
I'm doing business, man. I got taxes. I got tithe. I do the real, baby.
No, I thought you were. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about quarterly. I've never done quarterly, so
yeah, I did. I'm doing quarter. I mean,
I've had a tax ID since 1990. Now it's been used for several different things, but I was told a story by my granddaddy. What happened?
No, just you could tell a story with your granddad. I'm like, oh crap! Here we go. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, that can be a scary story, but he was telling me it was something about taxes a long time ago, and it was right after right before I got this card shop that I told you that I acquired.
Mm-hmm.
And it scared me to the point where I made sure that the day that I bought it, I applied for my tax ID.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it was mail in, so it took about 4 weeks for me to get it. And this whole time that I'm doing all this, buying and selling, which granted, I wasn't buying from distributors, I wasn't buying from wholesalers. I was going to literally, I was going to flea markets on the weekend and buying stuff to sell during the week.
Oh wow!
In my hometown, but it just
scared me.
I was on I'm like 16 years old. I'm waiting on the IRS man to come in and get me. So
I got this bad.
Ep5 says he wishes he could use Sport Lights. What's stopping you, Ep5?
Yeah, what's stopping you? I still ain't got the deal for this. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. I bought this a week ago. I still ain't been able to use it.
Hey, it looks cool though.
It does look cool. I can't wait to do the hobby. So this weekend, speaking of this weekend, dude, I'm not even gonna go there. On ComC, and then got some upgrades for my complete. Yeah, ComC. I'm just now starting to figure ComC out. I have a feeling though. I sent a submission. This is not a knock on ComC. ComC is great. Just ComC is not for me. It's too many different verticals right now for me. For me, I've got eBay. I got Sport Lots. I do face to face. I got the shows. That's too much for the Texas Card Dude head with the podcast, with Hobby Hotline, that's too much to keep up with. So I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do on ComC, but once I get to a certain point, I'm just going to liquidate it, take the money, and me and ComC are just going to say, you're awesome, but not for me. And there's no knock on ComC. Steph works for ComC. Rich works for ComC. It's a great company. It's a great model. Everything about it's great. I've got cards coming to me from them. It's just too much. It's just too much. I mean, I've got stacks of cards around here. It's just too much for me. Maybe in a couple more years, whenever you got that set. You got an echo.
Oh Lord. There we go. I got it.
Maybe in a couple of weeks or in a month or a year or something, when I'm settled down a little bit more into it, I can get back into ComC. But it's just too much for me right now.
But I said last week I was going to get it when we get.
You did.
I got it from both 1 billion Cubs.
Oh, you got it from Bo. Sweet.
And look, while we're talking, let me show you this. I bought these pages on eBay.
Keep your shirt on, dude.
Huh?
Keep your shirt on. I don't want to see you. I don't see.
But I bought these pages right here. These, see, I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be the tobacco card pages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm trying to keep the name covered up because I'm not trying to speak ill of anybody. But when you put cards in the tops of these, I don't know if this is going to show or not. Can you see that?
Oh, it's too tall. Wow. Well, somebody didn't think about that 100%.
I mean, the rest of them are fine. The bottom 3 rows are fine, but the top ones are too short. They don't have the lip like the 9-page do.
Huh. Sorry for Ultra Pro.
But that's not what I turned that screen on for. I don't know why I turned it on.
Let's see. Oh, so yeah, I got this. It's coming. And then to segue into this Saturday, I'm hosting on Hobby Hotline, so I'm hoping that part's supposed to be here on Monday. So
I'm not even
supposed to be here tomorrow. So then I'll be part of the Hobby Hotline. Ooh, yeah.
I'm not going to be able to see it. This will be the first week I've missed Hobby Hotline completely. Since I started.
I'm supposed to be. There's a show. There's Kyle's show, and I'm supposed to be in Rich's booth for a little while. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got a card show this weekend.
You can go from there. You've done it before.
I know, but it's an hour drive from here to Arlington, so it's.
I'll be up on top of Blood Mountain hiking. So.
Well, who's bringing the beer?
Huh?
Who's bringing the beer?
Well, see, no, that's the thing. We're gonna have it all at the bottom of the mountain,
and
we've got to hike to get to it.
So you're gonna hike up and then have to hike down just to get beer? I'm out.
I'm not walking uphill. It's a 14 mile trail, and you can either walk up and back down, or you can drive to the top and walk down.
Oh, there you go. I'm all in on that.
I'm downhill all the way, baby.
My fat butt be all downhill.
My problem is it's going to be 34 degrees up there at night.
Better than you than me.
But that's not a problem either because I can survive the cold. It's the heat I can't stand.
Dude, I'd rather be hot than cold because
probably why I don't have a heater under my desk.
I lived in Colorado Springs for 3 years. I don't know if I told you the story. I lived in Colorado, which is where Chloe's from. And the last year I was there, I did. It was. Yeah. Oh, okay. So hold on, Foul Five. Let me finish the story, and then I'll. The last year I was there, the last winter, I was walking my dog in negative 35-degree temperature with snow drifts 5-foot tall. 5-foot tall snow drifts at -30. That's before wind chill. I said, I'm out. I'm going home. So I moved back to Texas. I was back in Texas before the snow melted. So if you reach out to had support lost, did a purchase, sent in a money. 3 days later, site would not load. They sent the money order back, so there was no order to process. They have no support to call or email about the site. Will not respond to my tweets. No, if you go online to Sport Lots, when you have your account, there's actually a message center. And if you send them a message that way, it's taken a while. It's taken a couple of days, sometimes a week to get an answer, but I've always gotten an answer. So,
hey, I mean, I'm right there with him. But I made my first purchase on Sport Lots a couple weeks ago. First, I've been on Sport Lots and I've looked at stuff. I've put stuff in the cart and then dumped it out. I've just never had purchased anything, and I made my first one a couple weeks ago. And to me, it's a little confusion. And I've heard Mike talk about how it's kind of rudimentary as far as
it's wonky,
basic. It's it's original Nintendo when you have PlayStation 5 out.
Yeah, you have to think in basic language. You have to think in computer basic language, which is why I go a little bit into detail on some of my podcasts to help out. Oh, wow. Really? And you can't redo your IP address? Yeah, I'd find a way to redo my IP address or create a secondary IP address from your router. That's what I
do. Is that from are you using a computer or cell phone? I would try to go on
using a computer. That's like asking somebody, are you from 1985 or if you?
No, I'm saying, is he using a computer, a desktop, a laptop, or is he using a cell phone?
Okay.
Because his cell phone is going to have a different IP.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could just reassign the IP address from the router.
So you're assuming that everybody knows about technology.
Okay, you're right.
Right. 5 minutes without hitting the live button.
I'm sorry, but that just cracks me up because the worst part about it is neither one of us knew it. Neither one of us knew it. We're both sitting there talking.
So he says he did it from his computer and his phone. So that's not an IP address issue because your phone and computers are gonna have a different.
It depends on the router. It depends on the router. I would call your internet provider and ask them and call tech support and ask them how to reset your IP address. They can do it.
But if he's using his phone and it's not on Wi-Fi, it's going to be a different IP address. Correct? It's not going to have anything to do with his router if he's on his cellular data.
You're right there. So I don't know what. Maybe a new email address with an IP address.
Is it doing it when you? Is the site not loaded at all, or is it doing it when you try to log into your account?
Look at us, tech support Southern style.
You don't want it from this side. You want it from that side. You did that.
See, I constantly do this. That side, right?
Think with the left side of your brain.
I ain't got no left side. It's all one side. So while he's answering, was heading into work today, and I turned on Dr. Beckett's podcast, and lo and behold, to my ear, I hear the Hobby Hotline. And lo and behold, to my ear, I hear my voice coming out of the Hobby Hotline, out of Dr. Beckett's podcast. And I went, what? Dude, that's kind of creepy to hear that. I don't know about you, but I don't know about, and creepy may not be. I just didn't expect it, and I went, "What? That's me. That's not Texas Card Dude podcast. What?" I was kind of flattered and very honored, because you saw last
He
week.
was correcting you.
I'm sorry.
Even though he was correcting you.
Yeah, he was. He's like, "Don't give them any ideas."
I could see your face because I watched the show the night day it happened, but I could see your face when I reheard that sitting over there going, "Okay."
I just got, get there. Dude, and it's the first time I've ever been on really since with Dr. Beckett. And as I'm sitting there, I just stop talking for a second, just for a second, and start listening. And then he starts talking and talking some more. And all of a sudden, my blood pressure just starts to rise, and I get flustered. And because you could see, if you go back and watch the episode, you could see my face getting red because my blood pressure and my anxiety is getting so high. And then Drew says, "What's the matter?" Because he could see, he says, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "What? Huh? What?"
That's how
It was funny. On my
So
phone.
he get on the site, but when he goes to log into his account, the account crashes.
You're going to have to just create a new account. I would use a different email address. I would use it and just create.
Email.
Yeah. Unless I play with it, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to. But that's what I'd call to get the new IP address.
I did answer that question.
I'm sorry,
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Interesting.
So he's using different computers. It's not his IP address.
It could be you just need to use a different account and just use a different email. I don't know, Mike Summer is the best person to ask for that. I mean, if it's not the account, then I don't know.
This is what I was going to show you all ago. Bing.
Keep it clean. What is that?
That's for that's for my one and only football break.
Oh.
Brian. CC Lamb.
What?
Yep.
Where'd you get the CD Lamb?
I pulled it in the break. Carson Wentz, 35-50.
That's right.
And then we had.
You got this bad boy right there too.
You had the Julio Jones. I can't remember what the number was. I think it was like 400, 324 or 400. Then you had the Dak Prescott press proof. But anyway.
Yeah. So, and then did you listen to John and his dad's podcast?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah, that was. I am halfway through it when I got home.
So I got this thing that I do when it's almost become ritual. Of course, I listen to yours on Wednesday nights. When when you don't wait till the last minute.
No spoilers.
So he got listen to John's. Okay, so we won't say anything. Just say that it is a good one. It's a great one.
It is a great one. I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
What? Mike blocked him.
It could be because Sport Lots is a sponsor of his.
This is true. If he was on Twitter and not DM, yeah, that's crazy. But I listen to yours Wednesday night.
Hey, give me an honest discussion of the 10th confession, because I think it's awful. I think it's absolutely awful. Go ahead.
I think it's real life. It's. I mean, it's like you're sitting here. It's like you're sitting there beside you talking.
Yeah, but it's very. I got a problem with editing. When I repeat it back to myself, it's different than when it's compiled and it's sent out. There's a lot that's missing from that podcast,
Yeah.
and I can't fix. And it has to do with editing, because if you notice how I talk, there'll be breaks within me how I'm talking, and I'll stutter every once in a while. And it's just the way that I naturally talk. When I go in to edit, there is a break. It's like a 20 to 10, 3/10 of a second break whenever I talk, because I talk and I talk until I get out of breath. It's just something. Yes, go Stars. Oh, Beans. What's up, Beans? What's up, Beans?
How you doing, Bean?
What's up, Beans? We're just talking about my editing skills as far as the podcast goes, and hoping Dan tells me what the reel is on my episode 10. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to take those out, and then when I put the episode back together and then put it in order, it doesn't come out right. So I'm gonna start editing less. You'll get a little bit more breaths, and that's another reason why I went with this. So if I get a little bit more breath, I could put the breath shield over it. So
Yeah.
You'll lose some of that breath.
Personally, I like the unedited, like John's hobby quick hits.
Yeah, I like Johnson, but he even then he still edits that.
Does he? So I didn't know that. But
Well,
I mean,
because he doesn't break it into segments. It's one conversation.
yeah, but I mean, the start and the beginning, and just get to your point and end it. Not all the. And some of that's fine, but to me, a lot of it. Okay, well, like Dr. Beckett. I don't know how much editing he does, but I know what he does. Like the what's he call it? The building questions.
Yeah.
It's just back and forth, and I don't know how much editing he does.
There's not a lot in that.
I like that. That's the format I like. And now I'll listen to any of it. It's like music, There's some music that I'm not a fan of, but I will listen to it.
You don't like my Van Halen?
I know I love Van Halen. That's right up my alley. But anyway, we got off the study. But like yours Wednesday nights, and then like Dr. Beckett's, that's like my drive to work podcast.
So what you're saying is I put you to sleep. Great. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You're like the lullaby that sings me to sleep on Wednesday night.
Wow.
But then, except for like Wednesday, I'll listen to quick hits first. Just because it's only like once a week, I don't know. I found myself, I've fallen into a routine when it comes to the podcast, and then about the cards. I stay up probably way too late watching them, but then hey, I mean, I listen to you right after, so.
Yeah, Dan, I mean, if you want to schedule time to chat, I'd love to. I'm all about meeting new people and all that entails. I love talking to people and the hobby. I probably, whenever I'm putting cards up, or I'm right before I'm doing the podcast or whatever, I'll talk all the time about business and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, and it's rough. It's rough because throw that second one up that Dan did, the business side. The really hard part about it is you only have a couple hours at night, and you've got podcasts, you've got putting up cards, I keep books, I keep ledger books. I was just doing my books before I jumped on. There's orders that are coming in. But yeah, it's scheduling and then making sure that Kim's taken care of, my wife, and we got my daughter on Thursday, and I've been pulling time away from spending time with her a little bit this weekend. I'm going to be at the Kyle show, so there's a lot of balancing that you've got to take into place, and we've got a secret word. If you listen, you know exactly what it is that my wife can say, and she can say, "That's it, done." And I got it. Yeah, and I got it. I got it last week. I was working off 2 hours sleep every single night. The last podcast, the 10th one, I started at midnight, and at 2:30 I finished, and I was absolutely exhausted. And I promised myself I wouldn't do that anymore. But here it is again. I'm waiting on this part to come in, and I desperately want to. I may do part of it on the headset that I use typically, and then flip it out of here. And for it being the first job out of college, you want to do really, really. Dude, you're making me jealous. I should have gotten at least one Corona. Being the first job out of college, you want to do really well. You want to you want to honor all your commitments. It gets rough. I don't envy anybody who, and I didn't know what I was getting into doing. Basically pulled Herman into doing this. So he and I are just shooting the crap and having fun. And if it gets to be work, we ain't doing it anymore. But this came from he and I doing cards and just yucking it up while doing cards. I'm like, dude, just go live. Just go live. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, go live. So it took me about 3 weeks to get you to do this?
Or more.
Or more.
Okay. We got
my soapbox because we got 7 minutes, and we promised that we'd be on time tonight.
Yeah, well, we got week 3 NFL pick'em. And all the picks were in. And
who got their picks in this week?
We got them in. You was a little late. You missed the Thursday game, but hey, whatever. We picked up Brian this week.
I hate the Thursday games. I hate them because I'll always forget.
No, you won't, because I'm going to send these out first thing in the morning, and I'm going to stay on you until you get your picks in. Last week's total after the Monday night game and the tiebreaker, Matt was still in the lead with 13.
We can't see nothing.
I know because I ain't put it up.
Well, then put it up. Good grief. You're like an old woman.
I don't want to spoil this week's.
Why are you just pull it up so that we can see what's going on?
Okay. All right. Share screen. Here we go.
Jeez, you're like grandma's slow, but she's old. What's your excuse?
Yeah. My God. You really want to see? Well, here you go.
Am I at the bottom? Ooh, I'm not.
Hold on. Let me put this up here. Let me put this up here for you.
Oh, you got 8 right? Good grief.
Anyway, so this week we had Brian at 10. He come in with 10. Matt come in with 10. Donnie with 8. Ray with 8. And that's funny because the two, well, it wasn't the two high scores because Matt actually got the high score last week. And then come in at the bottom. And then me coming from the bottom to the top, baby, 11. Because my Falcons choked again.
Dude, I thought for sure they were going to win this week. And then I thought Vegas was going to pull off another win. So, yeah.
Hold on. You know what? I just looked at something. That may be wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
No, just by one. And what I did was Cincinnati and Philadelphia tied. They ended in a tie. So everybody got credit for that one.
You see what I got to deal with, guys? You see what I got to deal with?
Just shut up.
Beans, I'm glad you jumped in. And Go Stars, I'm probably going to, after we get done with this, I'm probably going to I'm putting my Pete Alonso in pages, so I'm probably going to walk out, watch a little of the Stars game,
right.
Put Pete Alonso in some pages, and
That's
then
right.
watch the stars.
That's right. That's right. I thought I had the Carolina and Chargers game because was it the Chargers were making a comeback at the end, and I was for some reason or other I was thinking that they won until I looked at it and I'm like, wait, no, Carolina won. So yeah.
Counting your chickens before they hatch.
Well, I mean, I'm used to watching the Atlanta Falcons, so I'm used to teams losing in the last.
Well, at least your team has a chance. Mine just chokes itself. So
So, let me. I don't think we've ever been clear. Are you a Cowboy fan or a Texas fan?
Cowboy.
Cowboy. That's
Yeah,
right. You had the
yeah,
Cowboy mug Saturday flaunting it in front of everybody.
that's right. So there's the
Hey,
Cowboys.
I used to
There's
like
Chiefs.
Dallas.
Hmm?
I used to like Dallas
I like Cowboys. I like Chiefs, and I like the Raiders.
back when they had Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin,
The
and
triplets.
and Smith. The likes of them. Then that's when I was hardcore Cowboys.
Mm. Yeah,
Don't don't make
Chiefs, Cowboys, and Raiders.
yeah, which I don't
And
know.
the only reason why I like the Raiders is because I hate, hate the Broncos. I hate I used to, like I said, I used to live in Colorado Springs. Made me absolutely hate Donkey fans. Made me hate Avalanche fans even more than I already did. So I'm now, and plus I'm a big, huge Las Vegas fan. I've been to Las Vegas so many times it's not even funny. So I consider it a second home. So
Yeah,
Raiders, Cowboys, and Chiefs because the Chiefs were the Raiders.
I don't even. I, I hate that Atlanta can't win a game or close a game out, but I'm more of just a I mean a football fan when it comes to NFL. I don't root for one diehard team. I wish Atlanta could do better. I wish they could not choke in the Super Bowl and any other game that counts, but that's that's getting that's used to Georgia sports.
Yep. They'll rip your heart out, stomp on it, smack it, flip it, rub it down,
Oh,
whatever you want to call it. What? What'd you do now?
uh, oh, yeah. I got
Yes. The
my
team
good
that I'm not supposed to be a fan of, but for some reason I am a fan of.
Dr. K.
Dr. K.
I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking this was supposed to be the Ken Griffey, but
Yeah, there's a lot of California guys that are Cowboys fans because of their training camp.
right, yep. But yeah, uh, that was team. That was my team back in the late '90s. Well, mid to late '90s, early '90s, late '90s. I don't know. But then again, like I said, I wouldn't die hard anything. I just a team I choose to bat for.
Yeah. The we should do like a Dr. Beckett deal where they picked a like a player that's going to go into the Hall of Fame or something like that and do a poll. I kind of like that he did with Rich. So, oh, that was just weak. That was just absolutely weak. It was like
But
didn't even.
I agree with him on that though. With Rich for Fred McGriff.
I do too. I think Fred McGriff should be in the Hall of Fame. Hardcore. I think he's a. I don't think he's first ballot, but I think he needs to go in the Hall of Fame. Oh, that's cool, Fal. That's cool. He says a good friend of his runs the training camp for the Cowboys. I went to high school with the, I guess, player development. the player development coach, their VP of player development, whatever Wansley is. I forgot his title. I used to wrap his ankle and dunk him into the ice bath and treat him real poorly. Little did I know.
My good friend runs the camp in Murphy. What Murphy? What Murphy?
You know, that sorry player Murphy.
Oh, he's the one that plays for the A's now?
No, the other Murphy.
Sean Murphy? No. Oh, let's see.
Oh,
I think we're about we're at an hour, so not technically. We're
because technically somebody started.
started like 5 after because I didn't hit the live. You didn't hit the live button.
I ain't got no responsibilities around. So, yeah, they're going to teach me how to.
Murphy for Hall of Fame. Exactly.
Mhm.
Should have done been there.
Yep.
It got passed up last year.
I'll learn. I'll be an engineer here within the next couple of months. I'll learn how to run this software. So, I'll have to for the hobby hotline. I'm going to be on the hobby hotline. Woo, this weekend. Woo.
Because I won't be able to. I'll have to catch him when I'm coming down the mountain.
He'll be coming down the mountain when he comes.
Right. Yeah, we don't need to hear the singing.
That's the extent of my singing.
Now I've got to hop off and find out what happened to my Ken Griffey Project 2020 because I totally thought that's what that was.
All right, dude. Well, that's it for this week. Shelves were bare. I'll continue to look to find something to rip. Herman will find something to rip. Maybe next week we'll find something to rip that won't be our shorts. And
I will open something next week if it has to be Pokemon.
There's plenty of Pokemon out there. You mean Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
There was something somebody tried to tell me that you needed to buy.
Pokemon?
Oh, I don't know about Bonds and
I say Bonds is a Hall of Famer. Bonds, McGuire, and Clemens. Just not Palmeiro. Palmeiro's a jerk. All right, so we're out.
Yep. Well, we'll have to pick that up later.
We'll pick it up next week.
No sports.
What?
Pokemon next week if there's no sports. They will be Pokemon. I will open something. I will rip something.
I should have my Topps Future Stars box next week as well. So
okay, well, I'm opening something from Walmart shelf next week. Or Target. I may go to Target since we're going to be going.
Pokemon boy.
I'm going out of town this weekend. I'll check out some other Walmarts. That's what I'll do.
There you go, Pokemon boy.
All right.
Later, pal.
Later.